Yo, this is crazy. It happens once again. Adam, one thing we could say about Adam, he's consistent. He's consistent the way he acts. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way that I saw Bricc Baby standing close to Adam22 and ADT Red with everybody back on Fig Munity and all that, just looking at him like, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time to when Adam22 strikes again. And
what's my name? Chicken Wing. Chicken Wing. T-Real, you got that chicken wing. What the nigga Mike got to say? It's cold outside. Look, you can't even put your arm up that eye. Look, T-Real, on the dead up, he says, everybody want a puppet and say, oh, say what Bricc said and say what, then you been having all my ops up there. Listen, Jamarcus, I got videos of getting slapped and vests getting pulled up off of them and all that, man. I've been respecting y'all because it ain't been nothing. But since y'all want to keep on pushing Bricc there to real, I'm going to go on here to say something. I'm about to go on here to say something about the sharp that's going on in your fat design. Listen, I'm on your ass and don't even trip. Go to my YouTube in about 10 minutes. I'm setting up the live right now.
Man, yo,
drop the tape and whoever sends it to you.
And I'm a supporter of No Jumper. I do like No Jumper. I'm not gonna lie to you. We even did a vlog over there. We bought merch. You know, we've been supporting the channel for a very long time. But one thing I can say about Adam is that y'all be looking like a nut when you shop. When you're like, yo, Adam did me wrong. You know what's crazy? Bricc was writing ghost bars. Ghost bars for Adam22. AD got a weird shape. Why is he around? I don't know if that bar specifically was ghost written by Lush or Bricc. But we know a lot of those disses, a lot of those different raps that we've been hearing coming from 22 has been coming from Bricc Baby and Lush. And the fact that now he's talking about, yo, Bricc owes me money. He's been borrowing bread for quite a while now. He hasn't even paid back his old debt. Now he needs help with lawyers. We going broke, baby. He turned a money Mitch on him.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Boo. I see you shining. I can smell a mother money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Cause he was just up a couple months ago. Bricc got locked up. The big U case happened. We going bankrupt, baby. We broke. We broke, baby. I've been looking at Adam22's play like Money Mitch when he told his uncle in the grocery store. Like, that's literally what I'm thinking about right now. Sub to the channel, man. We're on that road to 10,000 subscribers. As soon as we hit 10,000 subs, we will be doing it again. Sub up if you want to be part of that. Follow me on IG where I will be naming the winner. All you got to do is like this video, comment down below. Please share your thoughts. Share your thoughts. Are you mad at Adam? You're like, nah, Adam did somebody wrong again. Or you like, yo, Bricc, you did it to yourself like Plexico Burris. I ain't even gonna hold. And what caused all this was that Bricc Baby had a call from jail. The first time he called No Jumper with Remo and Flacco there, and he's like, yo, there's people acting funny in the building. They're not answering my calls. And they're like, yo, who? Just say. He's like, nah, y'all wouldn't like that. I was like, all right, cool, Adam. And I think Flacco or Remo, one of them might have said Adam. And then he was like, yo, I don't know. And he never said it. And I'm like, yeah. Then he had another call. And this time it was more hinting towards Adam once again, because he said he's on vacation or that. I'm like, ain't Adam in like Turks right now? Adam's on vacation as he made this video. It gotta be Adam. He just confirmed it was Adam.
Too much crazy, man. These niggas is real weirdos. So it don't matter. Y'all done interneted me into the jail. Just be happy. Be happy, my boy. That's it, right? I ain't tripping off that shit, though.
Yeah, you know, that's all they do. You the talk of the town, the talk of the city. Shit.
Yeah, niggas, I'm trying to figure out how they phones ain't hit. That's the one thing, man, I ain't fighting life. You know what I mean? This shit gonna be over one day, you know what I mean? I wish that big old deal, man, is the Bricc, man, while everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong, nigga, don't need nothing from...
This call is from a federal prison.
Hey, sometimes it be a mental test to see where a nigga hard at it is. You abuse you as soon as you get out the way and act like they ain't worried about losing you, you know what I mean? But, hey, check it out. This is for everybody speaking on the Bricc, bro. I ain't never been sunnies with me and nigga. Nigga ain't could never kick me out of nothing on the dead homies. And every nigga talking about some snitches without paperwork on the dead homies don't have to pay for it how they pay for it, man. You know what I'm saying? Take that up with the Lord, nigga, because on the dead homies, that nigga right here standing strong, nigga, and really programming like a programmer. So, you know what I mean? Nigga disrespect the program, you already know. Nigga better stand for something for nigga something to stand on them, man. I don't got too much to say about nothing. You get what I'm saying? But it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's like downtown, 10 minutes away from the beach, but I'm so far out of reach, man. You did? I don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? But I'll be home soon. Yeah, I mean, it's a major setback for a major comeback, man. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about what the words say. I'm trying to get back to my kids. Everybody want to make content on my situation, nigga, but my daughter graduated from high school, nigga, in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I got a baby that just started school. I got kids that's out of reach right now. You get what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? So y'all hit that thank you button. Y'all go ahead, run up them views, you know what I'm saying, and do what y'all gonna do. I ain't even been playing the phone, because the phone gonna play you at the end of the day. Niggas wanna be so tough and rough on that motherfucker, bro. They crashing theyself. Dead homies. But I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Free the Bricc.
And I think that even him dissing Adam, I think Adam would have still got tight or used that against him in the future. Like, you know, when females get in an argument with you and they don't tell you at the moment they tight, but you do something a couple months and they're like, perfect, I've been building a case. I think that would have been done in time. But I think what kind of expedited the whole entire process was Sharp adding fuel to the fire. Like, yo, ain't that your mans? Help your mans out. Ain't that your boy? When push was getting to shove, ain't that your boy, Bricc, baby? I think that getting him involved, that's really what started getting tight. And that's kind of what made this video come out. I haven't seen this. I've seen clips from this, like 30 seconds. I went viral online, bro. This shit 14 minutes and 28 seconds. I need to sit here with y'all and watch this. Sub up to the channel. I seen Adam got his channel back as well on IG. Salute to him. Back, the No Jumper channel is back on IG as well. Follow that if you don't already. Let's see what's going on, bro. Let's see what's going on. And what's crazy about all this is that I was just watching the live with Adam22, Lush, Munchie B, and their mans. I don't mean no disrespect to him. I just don't know his name off the top. That was already crazy enough, just hearing Luce going back and forth with Munchie B, back and forth, and then his wife and everything. That was already crazy enough. But he also in a part of that was talking about this video right here. See, I haven't watched this, but I watched that clip where he's saying that they're gonna do a music stream, which I just saw it on the story as well. They're gonna donate the money from that to Bricc. They're gonna do free Bricc baby t-shirts with No Jumper. We gonna cop a shirt. If they really do it still and everything and they drop it on No Jumper, we gonna cop a shirt for sure. They said all that money's going to Bricc baby's family.
Why is Sharice Mills calling me?
Let's get Sharice on the line.
Sharice Mills, what you doing?
What's up, Adam? I got Cannon on the line. 1 second. I'm gonna you.
Hell yeah.
Cannon.
Sweetie! Calls right in line.
That's my line right there.
Where's
That sounds like a race riot. What's going on? Yeah.
Yo.
Man, the grinding, what you got going on?
Shit, doing a podcast with Munchie B and Stoner from the town, aka J Stone Rue. How you doing? And Lush, obviously.
Yeah, Lush too. Tell Peanut Butter Munch how you doing.
Okay.
I asked him, is he PC'd up yet?
Yeah, we're gonna hang up if you're gonna be doing that line of questioning.
No, leave him on there. Why you snitch on Eddie Boy in court?
You said what?
Why you snitch on Eddie Boy in court?
Who snitched on him? Listen, you goofy.
Hey, hold on. Why you telling your brother? Why?
Dude.
My brother did that. Why you telling your brother?
You blind.
Why you telling your brother?
What you talking about?
I didn't do that. My brother did that.
You goofy.
Why you telling your?
Shut up.
Is you still 32 or 42?
You a buster. You a sweetheart.
You know your wife about to get ran while you gone, right?
All right, so you just said you was gonna cut off the call for him saying that.
No. It feels like mutual combat now. Yeah.
Yeah, we boxing. Hey, Sharice, man, stand up on his place, bro.
One of the two. Let me know.
Stand up over his place, bro. Big back. Hey, look. Hey, slow blood.
You a buster, bro.
Hey, what happened with you and Bricc?
Sweetheart.
Why you lie about kicking Bricc out the cell?
You a real life buster, bro.
Hey, listen, Slow Cannon. Look. Why you lie about kicking Bricc out the cell? Slow Cannon. Hey, we'll put you on the hood, cuz. Who put you on?
Anyway, can you mute the peanut butter?
No, stand on woman's place, blood. Goddamn.
Which one like?
Ah, goddamn.
Continue or you want to mute the nigga?
No, man.
We can't mute him. He's here in real life.
I'm here in real life.
Okay.
Hey, Butterbean.
Peanut butter.
Hey, Slow Cannon, tell your bro shut up, bro.
Hey, just
Slow Cannon. Oh, man, cool. Hey, man, I can't wait to Big you beat your ass. Hey, look. Why you snitching your brother in court, bro?
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Nah, nigga, you in jail.
On nothing, bro. My name is Clean, brother. Not like yours. You got your eyes stopped out. Your own homie stopped out your eyes.
I'm a torch Sharice. I'm telling her to stay in a woman's place. She don't know how I am.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Slow Cannon. Hey, tell your bro Biggie. I'm talking to you.
For you to call someone slow when your ass slow, please.
Hey.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You sound slower than slow. I don't want to hear shit you gotta say, my nigga. Okay, I thought so.
Oh,
I thought
what's
so.
going on there?
Oh no, she's playing with that pussy herself. Oh, everything.
Oh, that pussy, you never. You wish. I'm sure you can't see shit either.
Nigga, did you
never.
What? Hey, bro, I just did content on that water you was in. What you mean I wish?
Because you know why? That's why your ass ain't got
Why is your jacuzzi water green? Why is your jacuzzi water green?
My coochie water ain't
No, jacuzzi. You slow too. No. Jacuzzi water looking like a swamp.
Listen, what the hell are you talking about? How do you even know
This shit on my YouTube channel. Go look. Go subscribe. The whole chat scene that your jacuzzi water was brown and green.
You wish.
No, I don't. It's on YouTube.
What you got?
It's on YouTube.
You got nothing. You got 4 walls. Go sit in the corner.
I got 4 walls.
Go sit in the corner.
About the Bricc Baby situation. There was some stuff that he said on stream, or not on stream, but on a jail call to his girl while I was away. I addressed it in the video, and I guess I'm bringing it to the table right now so we can kind of have a conversation about it. What was you guys' thoughts on this piece that I put out?
Well, my first thought was that I understood what you were saying when your confusion was like, damn, when I talk to you on the phone, where's this energy?
Right.
And then the next day you have to hear about it through third parties and publicly. I can understand your frustration there. And I think Bricc is probably just in a feeling kind of desperate. You know what I mean? Like his back's against the wall. The amount of money it costs to fight cases is fucking crazy. And, you know, he's got what? 5 kids? Like more?
4
kids?
Okay.
He take care of more than that though. He has like a lot of people he take care of. So, you know, the financial thing is probably really stressful. I feel bad that I can't do more for him. I already have like, I put about $100 a month to the side for my partners in jail, for Lil C, for Norm, for Ronnie Alma. It's not that much, you feel me? But it's what I can afford. So on my next paycheck, I'm gonna shoot Bricc another note. That's what I can do. I wish I could have more money for him.
For sure. And definitely, I think Friday we're going to do a music stream / whatever stream, just talking and stuff. And we're going to basically give that money to Bricc. And we're also plotting on some t-shirts, some free Bricc Baby t-shirts, so that we can raise some more money for him in that regard. I guess basically, like, I was trying to prompt a conversation with that video about the fact that you know, I feel like I'm in kind of a weird spot because of the fact that, you know, he got locked up. There was already a sizable debt. I had let him borrow a pretty significant amount of money from my perspective. And it's like, you know, I know that he looks at me as somebody who's got his life together and have done fairly well for myself over the years. But the truth is that No Jumper, in kind of a tricky spot. Obviously, we did the whole going broke narrative, had that whole conversation a couple of weeks ago and everything. But, you know, it's a weird spot to be in because I wish that I could fully support him and that I could kind of make these problems go away. I wish I could just cop the boy a lawyer. I've done fairly well for myself over the years. But the truth is that No Jumper, in kind of a tricky spot. Obviously, we did the whole going broke narrative, had that whole conversation a couple of weeks ago and everything. But, you know, it's a weird spot to be in because I wish that I could fully support him and that I could kind of make these problems go away. I wish I could just cop the boy a lawyer. That would be amazing. But realistically, there's only so much that I could do. And it's like we went weeks where he didn't ask me for anything. So this is kind of like all just sort of like come about over the course of like the last week. I felt like he wasn't asking me because I had just let him borrow more money like right before he got locked up. So I know he probably like didn't really want to ask me for it, but it's like from my perspective, there's got to be a limit on how much I'm really expected to do for somebody who does podcasts on the channel, in particular because of the fact, and I don't think I mentioned this in the video, but it's like Brick's case doesn't have anything to do with me. You know, it's like, it's not, he didn't catch the case because of anything he did on camera. Even the stuff that did happen on camera that makes his case a little bit worse, like the fact that they pointed out that he had a gun in his waistline on his last time on the podcast right before they arrested him. Like, I didn't know that. I never had a conversation with him about if he was bringing a strap to work or anything like that. But it's not like he got locked up defending me or defending the business or something. Maybe that situation would be a little bit different. You know, this was purely stuff that realistically, like almost everything that he's in trouble for is stuff that happened even before he started working at No Jumper.
I gotta see how he crashed out. Like, yo, to put money out there, like, yo, this boy already owe me like 8 bands, 5 bands. Crazy to get. So we hear from Bricc to respond to this one. I don't like putting you owe nothing on nobody, but let's see what's going on. Let's not waste no more time.
Channel, it's been long dormant, ignored, turned my back on it, to be totally honest. But solo content, I'm gonna be real, I haven't done it in a long time, but I feel like I got something to say. I don't always want to wait for the podcast. I don't always want breathing down my neck, getting in the way of my topics. Shout out to Lush. But today, you already know what I'm gonna talk about.
Lush, go to straight.
Bricc Baby, I'm coming for you. So let me explain. I was in Turks and Caicos for approximately 1 week, and it came down the pipe while I was out there, pause, that Bricc Baby had some choice words for the 22 stir, and today we're going to be reacting to those words. So let's get right into it.
I wish the big old deal, man, is the Bricc, man, while everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong, nigga. Don't think nothing for... sometimes it be a mental test to see where a nigga hard at in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, they use you, abuse you. As soon as you get out the way, they act like they ain't worried about losing you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so if you didn't catch it, this is a thinly veiled shot at the 22 stir. I was on vacation. I did have my feet kicked up. But let's talk about Bricc Baby, and in particular, the financial side of my relationship with 2 years ago. Pretty quickly, the feds ran up in his crib and raided him. He needed money to get out. Now, it's been discussed at length that I fronted him an amount of money, $5,000. So get out the same day that he was picked up. I know Whack 100 and a few other people have been...
For everyone that's confused, this is not the recent case. It's not the recent case. I believe this is the Fed case with the AK-47 that we heard of. That's what I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know down below, but I believe that's a Fed case.
Spreading information, saying, I don't know, honestly, the other day in the Reddit, somebody posted information saying that he really did have a bail and that was where the $5,000 went. I never really heard about it. I heard rumors in the streets that maybe this money was not required for him to be bailed out, that he didn't have a bail, but I did see these screenshots in the Reddit that make it seem as if he did have a bail. I didn't give him the money, had to get him back out on the streets. I knew that he had potential. I knew that I could take him from being a marginal figure in the LA podcasting space to being one of, if not the most talked about person in the podcasting space, which is exactly what has happened over the course of the past couple of years. Never asked him for the money back. Never asked for it. You feel me? Now, to his credit, for like 2 years after that, he did not ask me for any additional funds. So from my perspective, you know, I was just like, okay, whatever. This is part of doing business. I gave him the $5K. I'm not going to bring it up again. And over the course of those 2 years, my prediction did come true. Bricc Baby basically soared to new heights, became one of the most talked about people in the community. And as far as our relationship, I would like to think that we actually became something like friends. We got closer and closer, spent time hanging out various times, went out to a lot of different parties and stuff, basically formed a relationship that honestly was a little bit more developed than the type of relationship that I've formed with most of the hosts that No Jumper has had over the years. Fast forward to a couple months ago, Bricc Baby reaches out to me again, borrow a couple $1,000s for, I don't know, he's like moving into a new spot or some shit like that. I said, okay. Didn't even bring up the fact that I had let him borrow this $5,000. I figured after 2 years, you know, shit, whatever. So I let him borrow this additional $2,000, $3,000. I forget what it was. And then very soon after that, like I'm talking like a week later, he gets picked up by the feds, right? Ever since then, there's been murmurings, people wondering, what is Adam22 going to do to help out Bricc in this situation? Now, from my perspective, I'm $7,000, $8,000 in the hole in terms of money that I have let you borrow, which I'm not really the kind of person who lets people borrow money all the time. Like of everybody who's ever worked for me, I honestly don't think I can think of a situation in which any of them have borrowed money from me. Like that's just not really the kind of relationship that I like to have with people who work for me. You know, if it is an emergency, okay, we could do something. But for the most part, it's just not really how I get down. You know, it's like I don't like to have that kind of thing going on. I pay you for your service and you do the job and we're good. But as far as taking out loans consistently, constantly, I'm not really into it. That being said, it was only 2 times throughout our relationship so far. But I say all that to just set the stage. Then he gets locked up and people are pretty much automatically, you know, suggesting in the comments, people talking about it on podcasts, is Adam going to pay for his lawyer? Is Adam putting money on his books? Whatever. And I'm gonna be real with you. For like the first month that he was locked up, he didn't ask me for shit. He didn't say anything about it. Appreciate it, because I feel like if I just gave you $2,000 like immediately before you got locked up, it is kind of weird for you to get locked up and then be like, hey, like, can I have even more money? Especially given this prior debt. Because my thing is like, if you want to get an official verdict on how I'm willing to help you out financially in addition to what I've done for you previously, I feel like you should be upfront about that. I've talked to Bricc on the phone a whole bunch of times since he's been locked up, including like came out, and it was none of this energy.
If your man's borrowed bread before, he had to move to a new spot. Also, that was another case with the Fed case 2 years prior, but then he gets locked. Do you still got to put money on his book? I think somebody's expecting it for sure. Now, do you have to do it? But is it expected? I think it's expected. And it's only 8 beans. I'm not saying only, because 8,000 is a lot. You guys might think it's a little bit of money if you lend somebody $8,000. Fighting a Fed case like this that he's fighting right now, again, they keep saying he's not part of the big U RICO, but just being wrapped up in all this is not going to be cheap to fight. Should Adam have at least put 5 on his books? At least 5. At least a bank. I think so, and I'll tell him, yo, bro, the bread you borrowed before you went to jail that I'm giving you, this is me out of pocket giving you bread. You get out, you're gonna lose some wages, whatever. We're gonna figure it out. But if he's in there right there, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pay $1 million. It's still a business at the end of the day. But I think a little son on the books wouldn't kill it. I think a little son on the books, and if that's your man on top of that, he said, I believe we became friends. A little son on the books, he got kids, he got all that.
And in addition to that, we've got people like Sharp, who don't got a pot to piss in, who ain't done nothing for Bricc, who can't do anything for anybody because he's dead broke. He's coming out, making YouTube videos, doing streams where he's passing judgment on what I've done for Bricc. Keep in mind, I've had Bricc on salary for 2 years straight. Even when he was missing shows, even when he was out of town doing whatever, never fronted on him in terms of the money. Now we've got Sharp, who, you know, Sharp has never done anything besides sex traffic women and be ugly, and he's out here trying to cast judgment on me. So let's play the Sharp clip.
Pretty much, if he is to get out, or, you know what I'm saying, even hits the streets, they don't want him on that podcast at all. They want him to resign from it, like, be done with it. The feds do not want him on No Jumper no longer. I'm telling you facts. This isn't what I think, no, it's what I know.
So if this is true, this is the first and only source that I've heard from that has specified this in any way. Do I have concerns about Bricc Baby returning to the platform? Yes, obviously. It would be kind of interesting, and I would wonder about the level of heat that it would draw to the building. Obviously, things like the gun that they saw in his waistline that I didn't see and that I don't think the comments saw, but that was...
We definitely were talking about that, because the day he got arrested, I believe I said on this channel with y'all, yo, y'all think it's because when he started leaning back to kind of show loose, I don't know if he was trying to show loose, but he kept looking at loose and kept leaning back, doing the Jim Jones money fall out the pocket, money started falling everywhere. He started doing that, but showing off the pistol. I'm like,
it's either the Joe Freshest or the protection.
Huh? You dropping bread, baby.
Oh wow.
You dripping money over here.
Well,
Jim Jones has just set out to prove
those
that
aren't singles. Those aren't singles. Those aren't singles. Stripper money.
does that have something to do with him getting arrested the next day? A felon showing a weapon on his waist right there on a live stream and then gets hit the next day. Did that speed up the process, or was it all coincidence? Or was it all just coincidence?
Out in his bail hearing that he had a strap on him. That kind of thing that I would want to really be on point with. But the idea that the feds or the cops have told Bricc that he's no longer allowed to be on No Jumper, this is a sharp narrative as of this point. Like, I have absolutely no idea if this is a real thing or not. But it does seem kind of odd if this is something that Bricc told Sharp and didn't tell me or anybody else from No Jumper. I mean, keep in mind, Bricc and Sharp have had a weird relationship over the years, because when we fell out with Sharp, Bricc talked hella shit about him on the platform and then basically continued to be friends with him to some extent, which I always thought was a little strange. Either way, I mean, to me, this is just a completely invented Sharp narrative as far as I know. It's kind of odd that he would know about this and I wouldn't know about this, but let's keep going.
You know, to a lot of you dummies, because it went to prove, because everybody was screaming, oh, they're going to be out on Wednesday. No, they're not. I knew it when it came to the bail hearing and how things play like that. They're just giving him that. Now you got to appeal it. And then, to hear, when he was calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why aren't you answering Bricc calls?
Another Cap Sharp narrative. I have not been ducking any phone calls, and keep in mind that his baby mama has been in communication with me, talking to me, telling me what time Bricc was gonna call and everything. But every time that I got on the phone with Bricc, it's been like 2 or 3 minutes of conversation, and then he gets kicked off, because I guess he's only allowed to be on the phone for 10 minutes at a time. Never at any point, until I was in Turks and Caicos, like right before that other video clip came out, did Bricc even utter something that mentioned or inferred that he thought that he should be getting in any way some money from us. So to me, I'm gonna be real with you, I just feel like this is some hoe-ass shit. No offense, Bricc, I don't really want to use the hoe word when it comes to you or anything, but how are you gonna be out?
He better chill. He better chill. We already saw what happened when he said somebody had what did he say, the DW flame, and we saw how that went, and Bricc was right there. So and Brick's already hot and he's in prison going crazy. Like, yo, Adam just made a video dissing you, saying you owe him 8 bands and you acting like a hoe. Bro, that ain't gonna be headbutting the walls tonight.
He like, no, it's bro night. Like, Lena's not even going.
This is the thing.
She gets mad when Lena goes and then she doesn't.
Right. Well, okay. This is the thing about DW is that, no disrespect.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
You kind of have bad bitch energy. Like, you want us to be on top of making like, you know what I mean? Like, he wants us to like really be hitting him up to get him to come to the party. No?
You got bad bitch energy, babe.
Stop playing.
Don't do that.
Is bitch too much? Is he mad for real? Is he just gonna pee? We don't know.
He breathing it up.
The dog's gonna follow him. Can you close that door? The sound's gonna come in.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, well, gangbangers don't play with the bitch word.
Okay, but he knows what I meant, right?
Yeah. He understands.
You think it's a pee?
Communicating shit like this to Sharp and not having the nuts to say it to me. And in addition to that, I mean, let's be real about the relationship between an employer and a worker. If Bricc had asked me in the beginning, bail me out, will you pay for my lawyer, etc., my response early on probably would have been like, no. Like, I would prefer to not take our relationship to that extent. Like, that's just not something I really go into business with someone being prepared to do. It does leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth to realize that Bricc is comfortable having conversations about me to Sharp, won't have that same conversation to me. Like, if you want to borrow money, you can ask me. I was actually kind of looking forward to him asking me so I could have a conversation with him about the fact that he's already in a pretty significant amount of debt to me, but that conversation never came. And then in addition to that, I heard it through the grapevine that Bricc basically thought that he was going to keep getting paid, that even though he's locked up and he's not able to contribute to the business by being on camera, that he thought that he was just so locked in that he was going to keep getting his monthly pay each month. I'm sorry. I know you guys all saw the No Jumper is going broke video. We are not in the best financial state right now. Me paying someone to be in federal prison doesn't really seem realistic.
Y'all been making content about it for the last 2 weeks. Why is it that he ain't received a paycheck? He's making money off of what he been doing, and I'm hearing that, from reliable sources, his people, done reached out about it, and, they're not getting no feedback on it, no response. I mean, they did have a life before he went to jail, homie. Like I said, that's what happens at jobs. Like, he don't get his money, and missing out on some bands because he ain't there. Come on, brother. That ain't cool. You're supposed to make sure that he got it. His baby mama or nobody, ain't received nothing. Like, just even the money that he's owed legitimately for what, the work that he's done. Because I know he got a salary. Why ain't that man received his bread? Like, what's going on?
Sharp is basically alleging that No Jumper has not not paid Bricc the money that we owe him. Well, he obviously has absolutely no knowledge of this, because I would easily, gladly open up our books and let everybody see the fact that we paid Bricc for exactly the amount of time that he was on the podcast. So this is ridiculous. This is just totally fake. Sharp, again, basically a bum at this point. He's on the verge of homelessness. He's gonna go back to Vegas and continue his sex trafficking career at the truck stops in Vegas. And apparently he's just trying to get one little tiny moment of clout by calling me out. His YouTube channel is in the fucking dirt. And so he's out here spreading misinformation about me. Sharp, use a hoe. Use a hoe commenting on real business, because you've never ran a business. You're doing live streams for 200 people for 6 hours every night. I know this video is not about Sharp, but it's just so hard for me to hold my tongue when it comes to describing what a hoe-ass bitch Sharp is. Okay.
This video is not about Sharp. Bro, we only got like 60 seconds left. And he spent most of the time going crazy about how mad he is at Sharp. It's why I think if Bricc Baby would have took this approach and at least went to Adam first, or at least to somebody like Josh, seeing how that went, he would have brought up the AK, seeing how he felt about that, then went and talked to Sharp, this probably would have played out a little bit better. The fact that Sharp is over here letting out the news and opening the can of worms on the internet, and Adam's in the unit, you guys know him and Sharp been going back and forth for quite a while already. That's why he's really super tight. This is all because of the Sharp getting in between them.
Let's just go back to the Bricc thing. I guess I just wanted to make this video to clarify that I'm not on any weird shit. I'm not on any disloyal shit. My perspective is just, no, I'm not going to keep you on the payroll while you're locked up. That's just not, that's an abuse of the relationship that you think that we have. Probably a lot of people in your life that could help you out with money. And I have nothing against giving the guy some money for commissary, helping his girl out with whatever. But it's just at a certain point, you've already worked up a significant debt with me. It's a lot of nerve to make YouTube videos basically throwing shade at me, when realistically, I'm probably the person who showed you the most love in recent memory. Now, that being said, Bricc, he's locked up. He's detoxing off perks, I'm assuming. So he's probably not in the best mental state. I'm not turning my back on calling out some behavior personally don't really agree with. So we actually do have plans. We've got some free Bricc Baby shirts that we're going to be dropping in the very near future. The proceeds from that are going to him and his family. And in addition to that, we do have a live stream coming up in the very near future, probably by the end of this week. And in that live stream, we are going to be taking all of the donations. Friday is looking like it might be the day. Friday, we might be doing this. All the donations are going to be going to Bricc Baby to help him out. That being said, I don't really appreciate some of this weird backstabby type of stuff. You know, honestly, it's just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like you should have more respect for the relationship that we've had over the years, and the fact that I've kept you on your feet over the years. But I'm not turning my back on you by any means. We are going to be helping Bricc Baby out. And so show up to that live stream Friday. Hopefully we make it happen Friday. But yeah, Adam22, free Bricc, smack a like. We out.
There was a lot of things in this video shared by Adam22. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. I feel you, bro. Somebody owe me, you can owe me $100. If you tell me you're gonna pay me $100, I want. And just because he's a millionaire, whatever, we taking that out of this. We're taking that out. Bricc said, yo, let me borrow 2 bands, I'm gonna pay you back. You already told me let me borrow 5, I'm gonna pay you back. And you walked off with the 5. Now you walked off with the 2. We definitely talking about that. I'm not like Adam though. Adam's like, yo, I'm gonna just stay quiet. I'm bringing that up. That shit is being brought up every single time we talk, bro. You won't get a paycheck. You would have started losing $100 to $300 off of your paychecks to pay back that bread for sure. But now you get locked up today. We supposed to be friends. You're a big part of No Jumper today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today's current, probably like the most entertaining one out of all of them. The one that was probably the closest to Adam, what it looked like just from seeing it over just from watching the show. And the one that was probably involved in the most streams and everything, I would say Bricc Baby today. Flock and all that left to Texas and all that, Bricc held it down. Thing is, commissary money, like he said, help out his mom, his girl, his son. I'm happy they still doing the t-shirts. We definitely gonna try to get our hands in it. He said free t-shirts, but we're gonna donate the money out. If it's nothing like crazy expensive, we're gonna definitely show love to Bricc Baby, buy the shirt for sure, just so he can get some. But it's just a lot to unwrap. Real mistake made by Bricc Baby was putting out those subs back to back. But you gotta understand, he's somebody that is probably detoxing in there, going through a lot of mental things, hearing from his girl what they're saying on the internet. He got in trouble a couple weeks ago. He thought he was gonna get out on bail. You remember him and Lou said they were gonna be home on Wednesday. That didn't happen. So it's just a lot of things that have been happening to Bricc over the couple weeks that I can see him in a dark cell just thinking to himself like, yo, bro, he's doing to me what he did to AD and all the other guys. Is it true? I don't know. I don't know the relationship. Look, I didn't even know he let him borrow that money behind the scenes. So there's a lot of things that Adam probably from his side feels like, yo, I let him borrow bread. And also you guys gotta remember all this bail, putting money on books. This is not, Adam likes hip hop with music that rhymes and people that skateboard and just seeing the lore that's around XXXTentacion and Little Pump and the benefits that come with hip hop. Do I think Adam really knows what it is losing your friends and family to living in the hood? No, bro. I had kids I went to middle school with that by the time we went to 9th grade, I lost friends over the summertime. You shouldn't be losing friends in 8th grade. Like there shouldn't be kids losing their life over the summertime before you even make it to be a freshman over the banging and all that. Before I know that I'm like, yo, what happened to this and this? Yo, bro, this nigga crashed out. He been in prison for this long. Or yo, this nigga's a bum. Like this dude somewhere in the streets right now because he got on drugs. Like that's what really come with a lot of this gang banging and living in the urban city. I think he just likes what the lit that comes with the glitz and glamour, the girls, the music, the cars, the clothes, the skateboarding, all that, all the drugs, all that is lit, right? He like the lit side of hip hop, which I don't blame him. But this right here, putting money on your boys' books and all that, when you got employees and you start trying to treat your employees close closer, like friends. A lot of stuff. This is what it comes to. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is Adam wrong? Is Bricc wrong? Do you think they'll get by this? Are you supporting buying any free Bricc baby shirts with no jumper drops? It. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget, we doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. We will be giving away a shirt. We will be throwing in some personal merch. Not only that, I mean on IG where I will be naming the winner. Also, share your thoughts. Like this video down below.